Welcome back to Gearhead Evolution, the place where power, performance, and passion meet. Today, we're diving into something truly special, the 2027 Plymouth Barracuda. After years of rumors, concept leaks, and digital renderings, it's finally here, and it's every bit as bold, aggressive, and rebellious as its legendary name suggests. The Barracuda is back, and it's not just a muscle car, it's a statement. Let's start with the performance, because that's what the Barracuda has always been about. Under the hood, Plymouth, or rather, Stellantis, who now owns the brand, has resurrected the spirit of the American muscle car, but with a 21st century twist. The base model comes with a turbocharged 3.0-liter inline-6 Hurricane engine, producing a strong 475 horsepower. It's smooth, efficient, and surprisingly light on its feet. But if you want the real beast, you'll go for the top-tier Barracuda Hellstorm edition. That's the one with the supercharged 6.2-liter Hemi V8, pushing out a jaw-dropping 807 horsepower. It's raw, it's loud, and it makes absolutely no apologies. What's remarkable is how the Barracuda manages to balance brute force with precision. The chassis is built on a modified version of the Stellantis large architecture, which also underpins the new Charger EVs, but this one's tuned specifically for rear-wheel drive performance. You get adaptive dampers, an electronic limited slip differential, and a launch control system that's as savage as it is smart. The car rockets from 0 to 60 in just 2.9 seconds, putting it right up there with modern supercars. But the best part, it still feels analog. The steering is tight, feedback is crisp, and every corner gives you that old-school muscle feel, only sharper, more refined, and more in control. The exhaust note deserves its own paragraph. Plymouth clearly knew that half the thrill of a muscle car is the sound. Even with the optional hybrid assist system, which gives a bit of electric torque fill, the Barracuda still roars like a thunderstorm. There's a new active exhaust setup that lets you switch between stealth mode and full chaos, depending on your mood, or the neighbors. In full sport mode, the crackles and pops on deceleration sound like applause for every downshift. It's pure muscle music. Handling has taken a massive leap forward compared to old-school muscle cars. Gone are the days when a Barracuda would feel like it's trying to wrestle you on every corner. The 2027 version uses adaptive suspension and torque vectoring to give you confidence in every turn. It feels planted, even at high speed, and surprisingly comfortable in daily driving. It's a car that can cruise quietly on the highway and then unleash total fury on the track. Now, stepping inside, the interior tells another story, one of evolution. The 2027 Barracuda isn't trying to be overly futuristic or minimalistic like some electric rivals. Instead, it finds a balance between modern tech and old-school attitude. You're greeted by deeply bolstered sport seats, a flat-bottom steering wheel wrapped in Alcantara, and an instrument cluster that blends analog-inspired dials with a customizable digital display. The materials feel premium, lots of leather, brushed aluminum, and even optional carbon fiber inserts for those who want that performance look. The central infotainment screen is a clean 12.3-inch setup running Stellantis' latest Uconnect system, fast, intuitive, and loaded with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and customizable drive profiles. One of the coolest touches is the CUDA mode button on the steering wheel. Hit it, and the car transforms instantly, throttle response sharpens, suspension stiffens, and the exhaust opens up fully. It's not just a drive mode, it's a transformation. And yes, there's even an Easter egg. When you start the car, the digital gauge cluster briefly flashes the classic 1970 Barracuda logo. A nod to history, perfectly blended with the future. So, what's the takeaway? The 2027 Plymouth Barracuda isn't just a revival, it's a reinvention. It respects its muscle car roots while embracing the technology and sophistication of the modern era. It's fast, it's loud, and it's built to make you feel something, in a world where too many cars have become quiet and predictable. Whether you're a die-hard Mopar fan or just someone who loves driving machines with character, the new Barracuda proves that the age of the muscle car isn't over, it's evolved. That's it for today's review on Gearhead Evolution. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the reborn Barracuda, hit that like button, subscribe for more performance car reviews, and let us know in the comments, would you take this over a Dodge Challenger or a Mustang Dark Horse? Until next time, keep your engines roaring and your gears shifting.